Visit tcgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit TCG Castle for more.
Hey, how's it going, Poké fans? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In this video, we'll be looking at one very interesting and cool deck for the standard format. This is the Ho-Oh-EX featuring Lurantis-GX. I kinda like it because it's a unique deck that can be used in the current standard format, and it really, and you can really have a lot of fun with it. So this is one of the decks that you can have a lot of fun playing it. So let's just start with the deck list. So I'm running 3 copies of Ho-Oh-EX. This is the colorless Pokemon. Unfortunately, it cannot use advantage of that Sunny Day, but we're gonna talk a little bit later about Sunny Day. With the Purifying Fire, you can heal 50 damage from Ho if you have fire energy attached to it. Elemental Feeder can go for 130 and it can snipe on the bench for 30 one of your opponent Pokemons in play. Of course, we can accelerate Ho easily with our Flower Supply Lurantis. We can also use advantage of that Lurantis-GX attack as well. Plus we can hit for like 120 and heal 30 from Lurantis. So this is some sort of the heal deck as well. Then we can drop some extra cards with Instruct and we can have it Smeargle with a second coat to swap energies between our Pokemons in any way we like, once per turn. And of course 2 Tapu Lele for the setup. So that's the main focus of the deck. To attack, to snipe, to heal, and basically that's it. To try to stay in the active position as much as we can. Some sort of Acerola cards or Max Potion would help also. I just decided not to take those cards as well because it would just, you know, destroy consistency of the deck. But Acerola can definitely be a good deck as well. So I'm moving on to the item cards. Since I'm running 4 evolution Pokemons, I also decided to go with something like Evo Soda ×2 so I can potentially have faster Lurantis play. Let's say if we have 2 Lurantis regular with the Sunny Day and 1 Lurantis in the active position, we can attack with the Flower Supply for like 80 and attach 2 energies from our discard pile to our Pokemon in play, which is just insane. At choice bet and you can go for 110. 2-hit knockout or pretty much any popular EX or GX these days expect for that. Gardevoir was 230. 2 Field Blowers because we really rely on the abilities, and 2 Professor's Letters so we can easily find those different type of energy cards so we can discard them in our discard pile. 1 Rescue Searcher for Pokemon Recycle and then 4 Ultra Balls and 1 Pearl City. That Pearl City actually make me a lot of head edge, so it's still here because it's a good card. It can help us to remove our damaged Pokemon, heavily damaged Pokemon from our bench, and sometimes it can be very good. But it's also Stadium card, so against those new Necrozma decks can also help a lot. 2 Bridgets for the setup, 3 of each, Cynthia, Guzma, and then Sycamore that I really like to play as usual, and 2 of each, Choice Band, Fighting Fury Belt, and Flow Stones as well. So with the Choice Band we can attach Choice Band for extra damage on Lurantis. We can also attach Choice Band on our Ho-Oh, but we can also use Adventure Fighting Fury on Ho-Oh so we can have 220 HP, which means that it's going to be even harder for our opponent to take double hit knockout against our Ho-Oh, especially if we have 220 HP and if we heal 50 from turn to turn. And of course 12 energies, 2 of each, Fire, Lighting, and Water, and 6 regular Grass energy cards so we can attack with our Lurantis. And that's pretty much the deck list. If you're looking forward maybe to purchase any of these cards, make sure to check tcgcastle.com, link is provided in my video description. And also if you're looking to maybe send your cards to the PSA submission, make sure to check Ludkinscollectables.com. You can also get link in my video description. So let's move on to some game tests so you can actually see this deck in action, so see you in the game. Alright, so again, I'm gonna call that heads. Lost the coin flip this time. What about this opening hand? It's okay, it's a decent opening hand. It could be worse, it could be even worse. It could be much worse than it is. At least I have that Ultra Ball, which probably means that I'm gonna go for the bridge at turn 1. I think I'm gonna definitely go for the bridge at turn 1, as it is right now. Pearl City, 3 down to me. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for that play. Well, I guess I can still go this up, but okay, I'm gonna face Goalie Support. no problem. Oh, Tapu Lele is a top deck. Should I use advantage of it for the Bridget? I guess I will. And for now, I'm just gonna grab 2 Fomantis, and I'm gonna put them on the bench with energy attached onto my Ho, and I'm gonna pass the turn. Next turn I can have 2 Lurantis in play. One with the Evo Soda, another one with the Ultra Ball, and then I can Cynthia for fresh hand of 6. Hope to find maybe a Flowstone or oh, there's a double course energy in Tapu Lele. Actually interesting. Tapu Lele for Sycamore. Okay, which means that Psy can go for 20, potentially for 50 with a choice band, so it's not bad at all. If you can hit your opponent for 50, you're just a lucky guy, you know. For just a single double course energy is not that bad, especially when you have non-GX or EX attacker in your active position. But then again, if I can find just a single fire energy and I can attach it to my Ho and I can use it purifying fire and I can heal those damage counters easily, it's not bad at all. Actually, he can go for more than 50 because I have 1 energy, so as it is right now, it's gonna be 40. So Psych for 40, not bad at all. Just a grass energy top deck, not something that I can use. Alright, Cynthia play. Hoping for the best. Yeah, okay. At least I have Floatstone, so it's okay. I wish I could put my Smeargle on the bench, but unfortunately I can't. One energy in my discard pile. Okay, so I'm gonna have, I guess, 2 of them. Okay, I'm done. That's it. Literally all I can do. Literally all I can do. So far, not bad at all. If he can pull that Guzma play, probably he's gonna knock out my Ho on the bench. I just wish there is no Pearl City in play. Or if I was just able to get that Fill Blower, I could literally put my Smeargle on the bench. I would have that Ho with 0 damage on it. I would also have that Oranguru available, and then things would look just completely different. But right now, everything can happen, especially if he have Guzma available, but still he can go for like 120, so it's still not enough for the one-hit nugget against my Ho. He still needs more than that. Okay, so first impression just for like 100. So it's not that bad. Especially when I know that I can use my Purifying Fire, and especially when I know that I can add also that Choice Band. So if I strike for like 150, it would be a lot, but I don't know if he has a roll available in his hand, so I'm gonna go for 150 anyways. It wouldn't change things too much. If he have its roll, he have it. If he don't have it, he don't have it. So, you know, his damage is reduced for 20 anyways because of that Pearl City in play. So that Pearl City actually making a lot of problem to him as well at this moment. Alright, so right now my Ho-Oh-EX have 0 damage in it. He decided probably to use Crosscut GX as it is. So yeah, he decided definitely to go for that Crosscut GX. He retreated back to the Mewtwo EX, to the regular Mewtwo. Okay. What I'm gonna top deck is gonna be N. So N is not bad at all. I can draw 6 cards, I can end my opponent down to 4, plus I also have Field Blower available as well, and that Grass Energy, which needs to be substituted for the water. So I'm gonna need that water energy. But still I can't attack. And that's just, you know, very disappointing thing. But what I can do, I can retreat onto my Sunnydale Lurantis and pass the turn to my opponent. That's all I can do, at least. I wish there was maybe a Smeargle available. Maybe I should just put Smeargle instead of Oranguru on the bench. Really, I did a mistake right now, but hey, it's okay. Maybe I can find Guzma top deck and get 2 prize knockout against that Golisop, who's the only one on my opponent bench with the energy cards. This deck is not made to be competitive or top competitive. This deck is basically made for the fun. Fun fact is that this is a really interesting deck and really funny deck to play. Really enjoyable deck to use in a standard format. Okay, Grass Energy attached to Wimpod. Will there be maybe... Who knows, maybe he just decided to pass the turn. Everything is possible. Now there's a Guzma play for my Ho on the bench, so he definitely wants to put a pressure on it. So he definitely wants to put a pressure. This time he can go for the armor press, but it's much better to go for the first impression for 120, which he decides to do. And I top deck Cynthia, and that's not bad at all. Purifying Fire. Again, the energy that I need on my Ho is a Grass Energy, and I can always risk attaching it in case if I miss Smeargle. So right now I have 4 energies available on my Ho, and I managed to get Fomantis and Smeargle as well. Yeah, somebody needs to get 3 damage, and that's gonna be Wimpod on the bench. At least I took 2 prize cards. Now sign out the Fighting Fury Belt again. If there was a Fighting Fury Belt, he might not be able to knock me out. But right now, even with just a double cores energy, my opponent can hit me for like 100 with his Mewtwo. Of course, it's not going to be enough for the knockout, but it's going to be a lot of damage and a lot of pressure, that's for sure. But still, even after that, I can still be in the game. And he's definitely trying to find something with a trade. A lot of trade has been used. And there we go. There is a Golisop. The main question is, can he somehow bring him in the active position? Can he find a double cores energy or maybe Floatstone? Or at least Acerola or maybe Guzma. So there's a lot of different combinations that he can do. There is a Choice Band as well. And Acerola to scoop his Mewtwo, so probably he wants to knock me out with the armor press, so I can do 20 damage less. And there is a Pearl City as well. So I'm gonna move my Oranguru as it is. Smeargle is much more important because I don't have Grass Energy available in my hand. And I can always recycle Oranguru with the Rescue Stretcher back. Yeah, a little bit too late, I just got that Fighting Fury Belt. Anyways, Ultra Ball for my Lurantis. Fire Energy Attachment and Cynthia Play. I really need to find that Ho, and I managed to get one. And there is also a Fighting Fury Belt as well. I need to use my second code to grab that energy card. So let's see, Flower Supply for 60, Grass and Lighting Energy for my Ho-Oh. Okay, that's it. I couldn't get N. I don't even have opportunity right now for N. There's double course energy. So he definitely wants to apply more pressure with the armor press. 2 Guzmas has been used. No, only 1 Guzma. So he played only 1 Guzma. Oh, which means he probably have like 2 or 3 more Guzmas left. And there's also a Mellow, so he definitely wants to get a Guzma into his hand for the next turn. There's just no question about it. Guzma probably with the double course energy top deck. Probably. And again, he can hit for like 110 with the armor press. Again, I just top deck Fighting Fury Belt, which won't help me at all. Plus I have Rescue Stretcher available and I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna go with something like this. Yeah, I still have enough resources available to pull that very important energy card. The question is, will I be able to get one? I can take prize if I want, or I can maybe hit his Zork. I think I'm just gonna go for that Zork if I can. But again, top deck is all about. He probably have that Guzma available anyway, so yeah, as I thought about. So armor press for the 110, and that's the knockout. Okay, so game number 1 loss as expected. Let's move on to game number 2 and see if it can be a little bit better than the game number 1. Alright, so time for the game number 2. Let's see what's gonna happen. I guess nothing good gonna happen because I have my Tapu Lele in the anchor position. I'm gonna play against Garbodor deck. Okay, probably another loss. Probably. So 1 Ultra Ball play from my opponent's side. That was Ultra Ball. Oh, double course energy attachment. Trevenant. What is going on? Okay. Let's just grab some energies so we can have energy available in a discard pile. Okay, so time for the first Fomantis. I also have that Oranguru available as well. Looking forward for it so I can get an Instruct for 1 and see what I can get. Maybe Floatstone top deck, maybe Grass Energy top deck, or maybe just a Rescue Stretcher top deck. So before I play Sycamore, I'm definitely gonna reshuffle back my Lurantis into my deck and then go with the Sycamore for 7, obviously. that's it. That's literally all I'm gonna do, at least for now. I have 3 different energies available, and that's at least something. And my opponent have Garbodor available, and Sycamore for 7, so if he can find Floatstone and Psychic Energy card, then he can do a lot of problems to my Fomantis on the bench. Plus, he can also lock my Oranguru ability drop, so I'm not gonna be even able to drop some resources, which is completely nightmare. And there's a Psychic Energy, but looks like there is no sign of the retreat card available for my opponent. With that being said, I'm gonna go for the Ultra Ball play, and yeah, I'm just gonna risk with Instruct. I do believe that I can find Energy or Flowstone with Instruct. So I did find Energy as well as Sycamore. I also managed to get that Field Blower. So time for me to retreat onto my Fomantis. It's also time to use that second coat. Oh, I don't have Grass Energy in my discard pile. What the heck is going on? I didn't even realize that. Well, fair enough, I guess. Limit my opponent bench space down to 3, and I'm done. I'm passing my turn. I did such a huge mistake that I simply can't believe in that, but yeah, I didn't pay close attention, so it actually happened. And right now I'm not even sure if I actually attached energy to my Tapu Lele before I even decided to go with the Sycamore for 7, so it wouldn't change things anyway if I just decided to attach Flowstone anyway. So there's another Espion for my opponent, and that's it. So it's my turn. Finally I can respond with that Grass Energy attachment. Perfect. Yeah, I'm just going to set up my bench with that Flower Supply. I'm just looking forward to set up my Ho-Oh on the bench, so I can start to snipe his Espion on the bench. Maybe I can actually win this game. It's not favorable, that's for sure, but I think I can actually win. That Trash Lynch Garbodor is a big deal. He can definitely do a lot of damage. But on the other side I need to get more energy cards, so that's gonna be one more Flower Supply. And this time my Ho-Oh should get this energy, and Fomantis on the bench should get this energy. Alright, that's it. Oh, so finally he get Floatstone. Finally he get Floatstone. Which means only one thing. He can strike with the Psychic. No, he decided to confuse me. Yeah, it makes more sense, to be honest. It definitely makes more sense. So another Evo Soda play. Is it worth to get this Lurantis in play? I guess it's worth. If I only know that I'm gonna get Field Blower. Do I even have Field Blower? Yes, I have. Okay, so let's do the gamble. Couldn't get one. At least I have Grass Energy. What if I decide to attack with my Ho-Oh? I'm gonna take a lot of damage back, that's for sure. But I really want to snipe his Garbodor on the bench anyway. So 140. 60 plus 30 for each energy, and I have 4 energy, that's 180, so even with the choice, but he can go up to 210. Still not enough for the one hit knock against my Ho, and potentially next turn I can take 3 prize cards. Yeah, with 3 prize cards, things are gonna be much better for me, but still I have like 2, 4, 8, 9 item cards in my discard pile, meaning that he can easily go for 180 if he wants. Speaking about 180 if he wants, I'm definitely gonna target his Garbodor on the bench with a Trash Lance. So what we can do here, we can knock him out for like 120. That's... oh no, I can't because I have... oh, I have that stadium on my side. Damn it, again. That Pearl City. Ugh. I don't like it. Oh, so luckily he played that end, so that's not gonna be knockout against my Ho. It's the most important thing. Whew. It's just a question when I'm gonna find the card that I'm looking for. And the card that I'm looking for basically is a Field Blower. So I'm desperately trying to get Field Blower, my friends. Not a Fighting Fury belt, but a Field Blower belt. Let's hope for the best. Still no sign of it. Still no sign of it. He can have knockout. I'm gonna take double knockout anyway. There we go. Cynthia and Fomantis. Okay, so I didn't want to wait for the Field Blower, and right now my opponent can go for 210, which will be enough for the knockout. Plus he also have the Trubbish available on the bench, who is a big threat. Definitely, so I'm gonna need that Guzma, so I can simply knock him out with my Solar Blade if it's possible. And I couldn't get it, so that's definitely not good at all. But I'm gonna try to close this game. Probably. 8 energies. That's a lot. Really it is. Another Ho for me. And I can definitely knock him out if I want. But the question is how I'm gonna be able to put 2 energies onto my Tapu Lele in order to one-hit knock out this Espeon on the bench. So I think I should go on the safe way for sure. Doing something like this. Instruct first, and then using that M. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen next. I only have 4 cards left, which means that I probably have 4 more turns to win this game. Maybe a little bit more. He have Trash Lens available, which only means one thing. If he wants, he can retreat. He can one-hit knock on my Lurantis with his Trash Lens, because I have like 4, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13, that's 260. So he have 260 just like that. My biggest concern is what's gonna happen if I'm gonna be forced to strike twice with the Elemental Feeder. That's just not gonna be good. He still didn't use his GX attack, meaning that he can still use it if he wants. Probably he's going to force me to retreat with the Psy Beam. If he decides to attack with the Psy Beam, that's good for me. He definitely decided to retreat. And this is the game-winning condition maybe for me. Maybe not. Still, this bad boy is very problematic. And another Cynthia for me. So it's all about next turn. It's all about the next turn. Can he get Psychic Energy Garbodor to close this game? Looks like he can. Looks like he can since he promoted that Trubbish. I mean, obviously he have Flowstone, so that's the reason why he promoted. There's another Fill Blower as well. And yeah, let's see. It's a very close game. Who's gonna win? Probably I'm gonna lose. If I win, I'm definitely gonna be happy because this is deck that it's not meant to be. Oh, Cynthia for 6. There we go. Top competitive. So all he really needs is just the Energy Garbodor or Energy Rescue Stretcher, and he can win the game. Pearl City. Okay, not a big deal for me, I guess. Still, he didn't decide to reduce the damage. Even if he decided to reduce the damage, Hawk is just a Colress type, so he don't rely too much on it. There's a Wonder Tag. The only thing he can basically do right now is to use Wonder Tag and retreat onto the Tapu Lele. Basically, that's the only thing he can do. He have Garbodor, and that's the Trash Lance Garbodor, but still, he decides to retreat. Okay, so I have like Choice Band remaining, and oh, he's probably gonna Psy Beam. Yeah, it's all about the coin flip, especially if I have Choice Band left, which I really don't know if I have Choice Band left, so we're gonna find out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's now or never. Cynthia. I'm grabbing 5 cards if I have Choice Band. I don't have Choice Band, so Elemental Feeder anyway. I flip the heads of the coin flip. I can snipe, he's on the bench. I'm short for 10, and that's the GG because I lost. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Choice Band was prized. Ugh. Well played. 2 very intense games. If I didn't attach energy and if I just strike him for like 130, he would go with the Psychic for 180 anyway. So I would be knocked out anyway. I was short for the Choice Band, but still a good game. Still good game. Still good game. I hope you guys enjoy watching it. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and sub to the channel for more videos. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this deck. Stay tuned for more videos. Thanks for watching as usual. Have a nice day and we'll see you next time.